All right, everybody. Feeling good today. It is July 18th, Friday. I'm over here wearing one of my Steve from Blue's Clues shirts that I got on clearance at Target a couple years ago. Probably like $3. So, I was thinking yesterday my video cut off because my phone is full. But yesterday I was talking about overcoming suffering in life and the importance of knowing that you are the person who's most in control of what happens to you, or not what happens to you, but what happens in your life. How you respond to things and how you find your own happiness despite whatever is going on around you. So what I want to talk about today is how to enjoy things. You know, how to not take everything that's just good for granted. Because a lot of people will argue that all the bad in the world is so that you appreciate the good, and I don't really believe that that's true at all, because it is really dependent on you. It's not dependent on whether or not you've experienced something bad if you're able to enjoy something good. You can just enjoy what's good, even if that's all you know. Well, maybe not if it's all you know, because like I said, suffering is inevitable in the world. But if you just make yourself resilient to the suffering that's going to come and go through it as painlessly as possible, with as much grace as possible, with as much like elegance and dignity as possible, then you'll minimize the inevitable suffering or the effect that it has on you. You got to prevent yourself from being a calloused person. Because the more you let the bad affect you and like kind of infiltrate your soul, then the harder it's going to be to enjoy what's good. So when things are good, and learn how to appreciate the good things, you know, like the sunrise in the morning, getting to wake up, you know, even though you might wake up feeling pain, that pain is probably going to subside. You know, maybe it's due to the way you slept all night. Even if it feels rough right in the beginning of your day, if you get up and go outside and take fresh air and get your blood pumping and do all these cliche things like drink a tall glass of water with some lemon in it, that's going to make you feel better. And if you have a goal, if you have something to look forward to, is also really important in good times and bad times. That's going to get you to the next stage where you're moving around and maybe your pain subsides a little bit. You can focus on something else. But you got to appreciate the little things. Like, as a kid, even I remember like having, you know, a lot of Hot Wheels cars and plastic toys and stuff. And there is joy in getting something new, but it's very fleeting. It's very temporary. I get so much joy just out of like my morning cup of coffee, and you have to like actively practice having gratitude for those things and for those moments. And like the time that I get to spend with my wife and kids is truly like an experience that money can't buy. It's something that is unique and personal to my life, and I like consciously try to recognize how grateful I am and how appreciative I am that I get to have that experience. You know, they say like, wake up and smell the roses, wake up and smell the flowers. It's like, yeah, go and do it. Go outside in the sunshine. And if it hurts your eyes, and if you have back pain, and you know, you got a million things that have happened to you that you want to cry about, those things have happened. They're not happening to you right then and there. You know, and you can at least say like, you know what? Despite every bad thing in the world, despite every bad thing, and not to be like, oh, well, that's not happening to me right now, but just, it isn't. So just enjoy that moment, and if you gotta like take that moment to recharge, to better yourself, to be like a nicer person to other people, to have like a little bit more strength and patience, then take that moment. Take that moment and breathe, smell the flowers, and, you know, let it recharge you, let it rest your body and your mind and your soul, so that you can go back into life refreshed, you know. like I said, with more patience and more kindness. It's like the worst thing ever. Like, people have bad things that happen to them that justify their bad mood and their difficulty to be around, sure. But no one is going to have all that empathy and sympathy for you, where they're going to treat you the same as they would somebody who is like very charismatic and fun to be around and has a good attitude and is willing to work and get things done, like despite the evil in the world and despite the bad things that have happened to them. So yeah, just, again, I don't really know how to end my thought. I think that's good enough. I might just cut it.